Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the cars. Cars coloring. As you got right here is you got Lightning McQueen along with Sally, and it's like if most of us have seen the movie from the movie Cars, and you got right here for Amazing Dream, and of course this coloring right here is talking about is that if most of us have thought about is that so far as taking a dream about exploring the driving experience, such as you say is like if to name every interstate highway in the world, you say, and of course it could be the roads and highways, bridges, it could be maybe the bridges included, but of course the roads and stuff in like North Korea, or you say is South Africa or Asia, North America or South America, or up there in Canada or whatever, but you have it to where that more likely that you can maybe look at it is kind of like you say it's like if you were to make a stamp, as you say, it's like the places that maybe you would like to go, kind of like a stamp that would represent like a map, places places that you would like to visit, and of course that could maybe mean like Disney World, or Disneyland, you say, is like Sea World Adventures, or it could be other places that maybe later on you'd like to discover, such the Grand Canyon. But right here is I got right here is you got Planet Earth right here, and of course that working with that right here is the red marker, but of course it's add a little bit of color right here for Lightning McQueen, and it's like for is for Sally, but you have it to where it's talking about it's like the Amazing Dream. And basically is that this color right here is talking about is that with the Amazing Dream, as that you would think about what you want to dream about, such as if it's traveling, is like if it's traveling to different places, and I'm talking about the type of dream that involves is like visiting or visiting every science museum worldwide, or any historical arts museum, you say, or it's like it's thinking about whatever highways, and of course the question will be is like the amount of highways that are around, and so far as the worldwide, it's like every interstate highway, and I don't know if there's highway 4 is 63 or something like that, but if you name every highway and say that it could be here, it could be in the United States, or it could be like places like Argentina, Canada, as you say, but you have it to where which I really don't even know exactly. There may be one or two parts of different countries that different cities and stuff that they may have it to where that they don't have any hardly any roads at all. That most of them are it's that are not really the fast lanes. You say that some people drive, say, slow on them, and or it could be that they're just not open for any travelers, you say. But such as you say like toll roads, you say of any interstate highways. But let's just say that if you were to make a little assignment is to do research about every highway there, that every interstate highway that there is, that if we could think about is like that type of amazing dream to like different places to visit. You say it is how long it takes to get to that certain place, and then of course about the supplies that you would need to be able to take it that route to that certain location. But you got right here is you got that Earth right there, and then see here, add just a little bit of blue right here. But basically, as I remember whenever I was in school that they would have it to where they would test you a lot of times, is that it's like that they would give you a question, and then they would do research, and a lot of times is that if you were to give an answer, and a lot of times they would give you like a line down below, which a line down below could be about right here, that asking you to explain to that purpose of your answer. And of course is that a lot of people would probably say not even figure it out, maybe push a few buttons on a calculator is the fact about the question is like about how many miles is equal to you should say is like to about maybe 14 yards, something like that. It's like some type of distance between your point A and point B, is it from so far as traveling goes. And of course, how many miles does your car get per gallon? What type of auto industry that discovered that type of engine part. But whatever it is, that more likely you probably say that a lot of things to learn so far as automobiles and for the amazing dream. What I'm talking about for amazing dream is having that capability to where you can memorize every highway, maybe every car model made. Other than that, maybe having it written down, but mainly just having it memorized. It's like you just be able to memorize, just like be able to memorize your times tables. It's like it feels like earning a gold medal, as you say, earning the Piston Cup. It's like for glow with the Piston Cup. But you have for the car's amazing dream, along with Lightning McQueen right here, and then along with Sally, is that the trip is like for the Grand Lakes is like from Radiator Springs it is. And then of course you add just a little bit of detail right here. It's like you got the maroon orange. Go ahead and just add a little bit of orange right here for the Piston Cup. Is to be able to memorize, maybe every ocean, maybe every highway there is, and then it's like if you, whenever it is that when you want to take time, one of these days, maybe in a couple of years from now, that you would want to take a trip on that certain road, and you say it's like have like a, have an adventure. You say of something that you can enjoy, look forward to. So far as you have it right, you add just a little bit of blue right here for the stamp. The stamp that would represent is like that certain symbol for, I guess you say maybe a good luck charm, or it could be meaning that the fact about it, to work hard for your goal. And of course that goal is that of course we probably say that I remember when I was younger that you use the crayons and markers like for so far as a magic trick. But so far as the magic trick goes is the fact about knowing about is like how smart you are about knowing about the trips that you would take, is that to think about is like to check about what supplies that you need, and so far as having them written down. But so far, if I were to make a trip that required me to drive about maybe 50.42 miles, you say that would be 50 miles to say. I guess the point would be is like if you were to do like the mathematical type problem, that would equal to about 48 miles, something like that, with the distance between the starts, and then of course about the breaking point from between a quarter of a mile, as you say, is like how many miles is equal, and how many feet it is, inches, or say is equal to a quarter of a mile. But the things that you think about that more likely that you learn about them, and the way I think about it is that is so far as memorizing all of them. So far as memorizing all the interstates, and then along with that the other parts of the world, is to know that you more likely you ain't gonna know unless if you try. But so far as the car's coloring is the Amazing Dream, and the car's coloring an Amazing Dream color.